started in the morning and the air was crisp and clean on the top of Ballaghadereen Hill overlooking Ballaghadereen. I walked amongst the heather and thought of younger days, the fairs on Market Street and the football games we played. And oh, the hay is baled and the turf is home. I'm taking a few days to myself to get to know my home in Roscommon, where the bigger folk go bold. They settled round a horn 4,000 years ago. Then out to Ballaghadereen with my bamboo fishing rod, I cast my line and cork float. There was people on the bog. They were footing turf and clamping and blowing in the breeze. They straightened up to look around. They bent their backs with ease. Oh, the hay is baled and the turf is home. I'm taking a few days to myself to get to know my home in Roscommon, where the bigger folk of old, they settled in a horn 4,000 years ago. Two big perch I landed, but I put them back again. And a woman in Edmondstown said she would have eaten them. She took me to the four altars and told me long ago the people walked on plank roads to get where they were going. And oh, the hay is baled and the turf is home. I'm taking a few days to myself to get to know my home in Roscommon, where the bigger folk go bold. They settled in a horn 4,000 years ago. Up on Fairy Mount, all around an Iron Age fort, I fell asleep upon a ditch and I dreamt that I was sort of a chieftain in charge of a half a dozen men. We raided every fairy fort from Buckhill to Elphin. Oh, the hay is baled and the turf is home. Taking a few days to myself to get to know my home in Roscommon, where the bigger folk of old, they settled in a horton 4,000 years ago. Now the sun is setting on the long ago domains. I'll stop a while and spells the session is underway. Niall is pulling pints of beer and stout behind the bar, and Joe is on the fiddle and Phil is on guitar. Oh, the hay is baled and the turf is home. I'm taking a few days to myself to get to know my home in Roscommon, where the bigger folk go old. They settled in a horn 4,000 years ago.